Hi YouTube, what's happening? So I haven't been on camera for a while. I thought I'd get on for this one. So thank you to the commenter, because I can't remember their name, but leaving some good stuff talking about in astrology that 2017 is the year of the end of the illusion, and then saying that this year in the zodiac is the year of the rooster. So wake up, right? I really hope so. I hope the curtain really does fall this year, and a lot of our friends and family and coworkers really finally see through the end, see through this illusion, and wake up to what's going on. We're on very many dimensional levels, so very many different meanings to everything. So let's talk about the rooster, okay? Also, years of the rooster very interesting. 1933, 1945, 1969. So lots of big events. World wars, moon landings, quote unquote, even though we know that's bullshit, even though I think they did go somewhere, but that whole thing they showed us was fake stage nonsense. So the rooster symbolizes the cock, right? It's all about sex with these guys. The Big Bang, that's what sex is banging. The Large Hadron Collider, right? Penis, vagina, light, collide, bang, new universe, or bang, 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 penis, vagina, new baby is born, a new universe, all the same stuff, right? Penis, vagina, penis, vagina, penis, vagina. So there's your binary code. Also, fun side note, because I work at a grocery store, so whenever I stock this stuff, I can't help but laugh. The rooster, or the cock, is the logo for Kellogg's cornflakes. Now, fun side note, true story about Kellogg, John Kellogg. I think his name's John, but regardless, last name Kellogg, Kellogg's cornflakes. He was a big, hated sex, thought sex was the devil, if you will, bad stuff. So he thought people were getting horny from the sugar in the cereal, so his idea was, I'll take the sugar out of the cereal, I'll make that shit bland, and it'll decrease sexual activity. True story. Also, the rooster is what brings about the rising sun. All right, big deal. But is it the S-O-N or the S-U-N? Which sun do you go to your light to? Or do you have at least a good balance between the two? And since we're talking about the rising sun, let's talk about Lucifer, okay? Since we got some people out there who seem to think I have a misconception about what Lucifer is. All right, so Lucifer, okay, Latin term meaning light bearer or bringer of light. Okay, the Romans used it to describe, true story, first, Romans used it to describe the Romans, to describe Venus, which was the brightest star in the sky before the sun rose, okay? So then, all these years pass, then the Bible is written, King James Bible specifically. All right, the book of Isaiah, they're talking smack to Nebuchadnezzar, said, you're a shadow of your former self, you ain't what you used to be, okay? They called him Lucifer. Well, they didn't call him Lucifer. What they said is that you fell. You, O Lucifer, son of the morning, you fell, okay? So back then, they were very much more spiritual and very much more in tune with the stars and the heavens. And everybody knew about Venus and the rising star and the sun and all that, what have you. It was a big deal to them. So whenever they told Nebuchadnezzar, you fell, you are this bright, you used to be this great, bright, shining star, spectacle of light that everybody used to look to and everybody used to look up to, but you fell, man. You're not what you used to be, okay? So that's what that meant. And they weren't calling him Satan. It wasn't until the book of Revelation came out that whenever the trumpets blew and all hell broke loose and what have you, judgment, when the stars fell to earth, then that got because Satan was cast down and all that, what have you. So then that got associated with Lucifer, because then from then on, basically, just the whole, if you're a star falling to heaven, whether it's metaphorical or not, it's Satan. And it stuck, and that's the truth. I'm not bashing the Bible or anything like that, but that's how it got, that's what happened. So really, truthfully, the Satan or the devil being, which are two different entities, but it's not. It's all the same thing. It's just, it's dimensional perspectives, okay? So then from then on, true story, so really Satan being associated with Lucifer is relatively new. Because all that time before that, it was considered a good term because it was the bearer of truth, the bearer of light. Jesus was even called that because Jesus is the light, the way, the truth. Even in creationism, all these different ways of looking at it. There's retellings of the creationism story. In some tellings, God is the asshole, and he creates us, wants us dumbed down slaves, and then the serpent comes along and tells us, eat from the tree of knowledge, learn, that's not the way it is. And so The serpent is seen as the good guy because he is the bearer of truth. Now, it doesn't matter what I believe. You know, I believe in that God is a good guy or a good woman or whatever, just a good entity, okay? But it doesn't matter. And the serpent and all this stuff, you know, it doesn't matter. And I believe in Jesus and all of that, okay? But I'm just telling you the different tellings of the story. So, and even in some instances, in some tellings, the serpent's a man or the serpent's a woman sometimes too. So you see, there's so many different, it's all dimensional layers. Just like in meanings and all this stuff, there's many different perspectives to look at this thing. So, to wrap it up, is Lucifer Satan? Yes. Is Lucifer Satan? No. A better answer is Lucifer Satan? Not always, not all the time. Okay, same thing. Luciferianism. Is Luciferianism Satanism? Yes. But no. Is Luciferian Satanism? Not all the time. In some cases, but also in some not. Because Luciferianism comes from Freemasonry and other things like that. And people have gone from Luciferianism into Satanism, and people have gone from Satanism into Luciferianism, and there are all sorts of similarities and connections between Luciferianism and Satanism, but there are many different dimensional perspectives and meanings to all of this stuff, okay? The same thing it can be said for Satan. On another dimensional level, Satan is not necessarily evil and is not necessarily a person himself, or the devil holding a pitchfork or anything like that. Satan means enemy or accuser, and it's just the awful and shit choices and darkness that humanity has sided with. It's that personified. You know, like Jessica Rabbit, the Lady in Red, temptation all day long in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. She said, I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way. Okay, so I'm just trying to clear up some things here with these people who seem to think that I'm confused. Okay, so sorry I made a video about Lucifer in an instance where it was taken from a clip from a TV show called Lucifer, and in that instance the guy is the devil, calls himself the devil, and takes great pride that he is the tempter and the accuser, okay? So sorry, in that instance, Lucifer is the devil or Satan, you know, sorry. I was making a point, but I understand the difference and where the word came from and how it's not always that way all the time, okay? So, for crying out loud. But that's the truth behind that stuff. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that we understand that that's what I try to tell you. There's two sides to the coin. You know, it's with the whole duality and everything. You got to look from everything from all different perspectives and all different meanings. And that's what your spirit and discernment's for, is to find out what's right and what works best for you. And I'm going to be wrong about stuff. Of course I am. How am I going to learn if I don't make mistakes? And I've told you a bunch of times before, I'm not telling you to trust me. I'm just telling you that you can, okay? So if I come out here and tell you something that's wrong, I'm not doing it intentionally to mislead you. It's because I'm wrong. But then I can't get right until I'm wrong, okay? So let's calm down a little bit. But that's not what these guys are there for. That's what the trolls are there, to give you self-doubt and all this stuff. Or they're just egomaniacs and don't know it themselves, which some of them are, especially the one that's calling me an egomaniac. But that's what this place is. It's hypocrite high. You're going to accuse someone of something while you're doing it the same, if not worse. So let's, you know, but it's funny, man. It's funny. And, you know, I'm just as lost as everybody else. If I was really that much better than anybody else, then I wouldn't be here, would I? Talking to you through this camera. So, but I'm just trying to show you there's many different layers and dimensions and ways to look at things, but you can't figure that stuff, you can't apply it or come to an understanding except for yourself. Only you can do that. It's like racism, man. I can come out here and tell you it's bullshit all day long, but it's not until you do the work and you come to the realization spiritually that it's all bullshit and you ascend and rise above all that nonsense. It's divide and conquer, just like everything else. So, yeah, this was fun. It's been a while since I've been on. And thank you to my subscribers and had a really lot of nice things and encouragement lately, and I really do appreciate it. So thanks to everybody for watching.